Hi everybody, it's me Priyanka. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited. I'm comfier today because we're gonna do a story time where I tell you a story about how I live a double life. Okay, but before we start, like every other video, we have to light a candle. Here we go. Putting the good juju in the world while I tell you this story. Tales of the double life, baby. Also, while I tell you this story, I'm gonna be taking my makeup off. We got so much to do in this video. Holy shit. Okay, I'm so nervous to start taking shit off. You know what I mean? Because like there's no going back. This is the real me. I started drag in 2017, and at the time, I was still on YTV, and I was like looking for something that was gonna be like a little bit more do something, go somewhere, like be more artsy. I didn't feel satisfied in what I was doing, but I loved being there because it was so much fun. So when I moved to Toronto's gay village, I was like, oh, I am gonna become a party animal and go out and watch drag all the time and like immerse myself in the gay culture, because before I was living like near all these straight people. So I literally was like falling in love with drag queens. And before I used to be scared of drag queens because they're literally so scary. When you walk into a drag bar and then you see a drag queen there and the last thing you want is for them to point you out on the microphone because already you're like a little bit nervous to be in the gay bars. Whenever someone is so themselves, it is so scary to see because it's like you don't have that for yourself yet. So you feel like they can't be that way too because you're not ready to be there. Does that make sense to you? Here I am at my birthday party and I hire my drag mom. She's performing. She says, hey, it would be so cool if you like started drag and all this stuff. So I was like, well, how am I gonna balance having like a kid's TV career and also be this like drag queen? This doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't, like, no one's ever done this before. Like, what am I gonna do? So then I start drag, it's full force, it's fucking amazing. I'm doing it all. I'm in the competitions, I'm like performing at the local bars, I'm like doing everything I could do while also waking up at 7 a.m., going to YTV, getting home at 5 o'clock, having a dinner, and going to the bars and performing. Isn't that wild? Until 3 a.m., sleeping, waking up, doing it all over again. I had my Instagram on private so no one would find it. I was very hush-hush about it. But then, what a lot of people don't know is somebody sent in a video to YTV of me doing drag. Ooh. They basically said that like they don't condone this behavior and that like, you know, they're not gonna let their kids watch the channel if this person's on it and blah, 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 blah. And like, yeah, my makeup was busted, but the transformation was pretty like good. Like you could barely tell if it was me under all that makeup, you know what I mean? So I basically had to have all these hard conversations with production because I was living the double life. I want to do drag. I also want to entertain these children. I didn't want to ruin either or. I feel like if you're super passionate about something, you should just focus on that if you can. So it was very clear to like my producers and stuff that I was like halfway out the door. And I remember my boss pulling me aside and just basically being like, you know, you've worked so hard for this career. Are you essentially sure that you want to like throw it all away for drag? And something came over me. It must have been because like right before I had this conversation, I called my mom and was like, I don't know what to do. My mom is an icon. And she goes, well, honestly, do whatever makes you happiest the most because like, you don't want to live a miserable life. I was like, yo, for my mom to be like, just do what makes you happy, knowing how much I gave to this TV career. I felt the power by my parents' support to be able to like live a double life. That's when I made the Priyanka account public because I was like, well, then I could do both and I could be public about doing both. But after that big conversation, I had no qualms in saying, you know, I'm just who I am and you just gotta be. So living a double life, I don't recommend it. It's not good to hide things from people. Whichever career, whatever thing you want to do, it just has to make you happy. Anyways, that's the story. But I remember like calling my job when it got announced and being like, okay, they announced Drag Race. And they were all like, see ya. They're so supportive and they came to all the viewing parties and they were so proud of me and all that stuff. It was just those like growing pains of the double life that were really tough. Wow, what a life, right? That's wild to think about. When I actually like have alone time and like sit with myself, how this all happened, it's actually cuckoo bananas in the best way possible. With all this, I'm still like a product of all the hard work that I put into things and like nothing is ever given to you. So like keep doing that. And also like speak up for yourself. We did it. Sorry, I'm so shiny and glossy now. Okay, this is actually funny. The incense that I picked today is Persevere. Oh, it actually smells so good. It smells like chicken fingers and fries. Make sure you smash that like button, turn on your notifications, comment below, let me know what else you want me to react to, what else you want me to do in these videos, any other story times. I love you all so much. And oh, also, be you. Everyone else is taken.